YouTube, Twitch, everything. So you got to get your computer fixed. That's why we late again.
Yeah, technical problem.
Every time if y'all know, comment down below. Tell them what the problem. Somebody might have the same thing.
In fact, I have 2 batteries.
When her computer is unplugged, it turns off automatically.
Both are fully charged.
Right. But when you unplug the computer, it automatically shuts down. So if any of y'all have had that problem, y'all may know how to...
is there not enough memory?
I don't know. Y'all may know how to fix it without even
I had the Geek Squad at Best Buy.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they can what's the word where they can access your computer? You give them access.
Mm-hmm. They go in?
Remote.
Okay.
Control. And they did all they needed to do. I don't have a photo of her. I lost it.
That's fine.
Yeah, upload this up.
No, that's fine. That's fine. All right, y'all. So a lot of new information on Miss Jacky O. So you see how little kids, see how little they are? Mm-hmm. Where I was saying how little they are. They so little and cute. But I knew it was more information. So when we had first did the story, we knew that it was allegedly they were saying it was complications. Her death was complications of mommy makeover. She went to get a mommy makeover. You know what that is?
Botox or something? I mean, what?
You get your breasts done, lifted. Because, you know, a lot of times women have babies.
She didn't do it after the first 2 babies.
She did. She had, which was so weird because people was going back and looking at her old videos. And I didn't even realize she had a post-surgery videos on the other ones. So she's done this before. It's not something she hasn't done before. And so a lot of people was like making comments like, she shouldn't have been done. And I'm like, it's too soon. That's my opinion. It's too soon to blame the person that's dead.
I know
they still grieving. It ain't even been a week yet.
A lot of times seeing the other side of it, and even though it's too soon, people think for cosmetic purposes, they feel like your life is taken. It's just really sad that it had to go because of something cosmetic. Because of a virtual beautification kind of thing.
But you can pass away getting a nose job. Anything that puts you out under?
No, I'm saying that versus a major surgery, heart transplant, taking something out, a tumor. People will probably see it differently than, oh, you just wanted to be beautified.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know
what I'm saying. People gonna judge.
Well, people are stupid.
It is too soon still.
But my thing is, it was so weird because they showed videos of her having on her, going back on her channel where she had the surgery, and they also showed videos of DC Young Fly. She was like, "I'm going to get my breast done. What do you think?" And he was like, "I don't care." He don't care. That's what I was saying. He said, "You doing it for you? This for you to make you feel better." He said, "So I support it. It makes you feel better. Not this surgery, but other ones." He said that.
I wonder if he's kind of upset because he felt like he didn't care about that.
But I keep saying
that took her life.
I keep saying, and men keep saying this to women.
Yeah.
It's y'all. It's about you. You guys do that more for y'all. A lot of times these men don't care. You be thinking of your stretch marks and all this other stuff, and men is like, that don't matter to me. That's for you.
I notice on commercials, it goes both ways. I notice on some of the commercials, if you they're starting to show flawed women with birthmarks and
right.
Stretch marks, surgery marks,
right.
Doing a lotion commercial or Dove soap,
but you know who's gonna be hard on that? Women. The ones who complain the most about when they show a woman's natural body is women.
But don't you think commercials like Kim Kardashian in her underwear makes women like her probably feel like, oh, I want to look like that?
No, because Kim Kardashian is starting to show natural cellulite and all that stuff.
No, not in the commercial. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. If you don't have the esteem level of yourself, you look at Kim Kardashian with her curvy hips showing her new underwear.
Yeah. But it says Miss Jacky O, the longtime partner of comedian rapper DC Young Fly, died last week at age 32. Her real name is Jacqueline Smith, and she reportedly died in Miami, Florida, where she had traveled to get a mommy makeover, TMZ reported. She was reportedly found unresponsive at the hotel. A lot of us thought that she passed away in the doctor's office or on the table, but she didn't. She was at the hotel. and she was staying at and pronounced dead later that night at the hospital, according to Miami Police Department. Jacky's cause of death has not yet been released. DC Youngfly, the father of Jacky's 3 children, spoke out Friday only to say, "We thank everyone for their well wishes and ask for privacy during this difficult time."
You think she went home too soon from the hospital after the surgery?
Well, after the surgery, she went to the hotel because you have to leave. If you have an in and out procedure,
okay.
Yeah. Miss Jacky O was reportedly in Miami to get the makeover. The term refers to a slew of the mommy makeover, a slew of plastic surgeries that appeal to new moms. Apparently, a lot of women get these mommy makeovers, and I didn't know that a lot of women pass away. They die, but they not famous, so you don't even know about it.
You're kidding.
A lot of women die.
Did she not
from any plastic surgery, even from what is it, cellulite, when they taking all that fat out? Liposuction. Women have died from that. Those BBLs, a lot of
they need to report that more on the news.
They haven't been reporting it. It says there are many risks associated with surgery, according to the American Society of Plastic Surgeons. Bleeding, infection, poor healing, incisions. It's a lot of stuff.
That's sad.
Inability to breastfeed. It's a lot. They was just saying it's a lot of stuff that women go through with these plastic surgeries, and no one really talks about it because they're not famous. So maybe her death, a lot of women
shed some light to this.
A lot of women she might have saved a lot of women's lives from her passing away, because they might have been thinking about getting it, and they may be like, I'm good.
That's okay. I'll do it a natural way.
And guess what else is done too? Her passing away, because it's so public. It made a lot of men put their foot down for women that's going to get it.
Thank you.
Little Boosie, the rapper, y'all know he always saying something, putting his foot in his mouth. He said, ain't no woman of mine going to get no plastic surgery. I'm going to take the car keys from her before she can leave.
I don't blame him, no. Seriously. Because you don't want them going under the knife or some people's eyes is vain. You don't need to if he's okay with you, right, you need to be okay with you.
I think what it is that they just have, their body changes. If you used to your breast being up here, and then you have a baby and they 2 flat pancakes, you probably feel bad, like, I can't look cute like I used to, or whatever. Or you just don't feel good. I don't have a problem with people having plastic surgery if they feel like, if their nose is ugly or whatever. I'm not coming down on plastic surgery, and I'm not calling it vain, because people wear makeup and people can say that's vain. Why you wearing makeup? You look fine natural.
I'm saying as far as vain, people think
I know what you're saying.
The extreme,
right? But I'm saying
of getting to a look that you feel like.
Right, but I'm
some
not
people are comfortable with their big noses, and they still live and have a good time. Some
people are comfortable, and then people have to also understand dental is plastic surgery too.
Yeah,
I may not like the gaps between my teeth. I don't like the gaps between my teeth, and I go in and get some and then pass away, and y'all will be like, she could have left those gaps between her teeth. But that's how I feel. So that's why I'm like, I don't judge people. But what I will say is understand the risk. You going in to fix the gaps in your teeth or whatever, they put you out.
Anytime
you may not come. You may not come back.
And I think if you're saying that guy saying he wouldn't want his woman to, think about it. If people put their foot down even for surgeries that may be needed.
Right.
Our grandmother was too old to get surgery.
Right.
In 95. We're like,
she had a tumor.
Just, let's just let God let it be. Let it happen naturally.
Right.
Until it's time for her to
go.
Well,
the doctor even said, he was like, I'm not cutting into a 95-year-old woman.
Thank you. My dad is dealing with that now too. So, but
you get to a certain age, they don't want you to go through major surgeries.
And if people are putting their foot down for some of those kind of surgeries, Kim, how do you think they feel you going in under the knife to get your breasts up?
But I don't want people to get nervous, because black people, we scared to go to the doctor, period. We won't even get a colonoscopy because you go out. So I'm just saying, I've gone to get a colonoscopy, and I'll be like, Lord, if I wake up,
the best sleep that you can have.
But I'd say if I wake up, God, thank you, Jesus, if this is it for me. And then people always laughing too when you go in with something minor like that. Get out of here. You'll be back. You getting a colonoscopy. No, I'm being put out. So anytime you put me out and you got to control my breathing,
you said,
I may not come back.
You read she's had some of the same work done before.
So nobody probably thought anything. She probably thought this was gonna be. She took pictures.
In and out, in and out.
She probably thought nothing was gonna happen. You never know. And they were saying they did a thing on the plastic surgery. People was looking. You should always look up when you get surgery or doctors. What do people say about them? Their reviews.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have good reviews.
That doctor that worked on her? She had him before, though?
No.
To do the other surgeries?
No. And his reviews, the people who gave him bad reviews, 2 of the women he sued and said that they shouldn't have given him a bad review. And then he canceled the lawsuit. So people
this
was
can
like,
come right back up to haunt that man.
oh, he won't practice again. This is a major person that passed away.
Sorry, dude. This is real now.
So let's wait, because they can't judge him, I guess, until we see.
They're investigating, right?
Until they investigate to see if it's because of the surgery.
Because if he had bad reviews.
Now, I wanted to show B. Simone. I don't know if y'all remember me saying B. Simone on Wild 'N Out. She's one of her best friends. B. Simone is a comedian. You know her? Mm-hmm. She's a comedian. And I said, I wonder how B. Simone gonna take this, because I knew she would take it hard, because that's her friend. That's her best friend. But she decided to put up a video of all of them. They all have like a little girl group. They all friends and stuff. And they gave her flowers well before this happened. They believe in you should give people their flowers while they're alive.
You always hear that.
Say what you love about the person, what you like about the person while they're alive.
While they're living. Yeah.
So I think her friends can feel somewhat comfort.
It's not did that before.
It's not going to take away the pain, but she knows what they think about her. And they know what she thought about them by having this little session. So I just play a little bit of it, not a whole thing.
I don't know what you got going on there. To build something solid, you have to take the focus off of what he's. So I think that part is real important, because I feel like there's 3 stages to a relationship. People get trapped in and don't get out of a lot of times. But you're dealing with the you got to an ordeal. And I'm healed, and whatever you do, I'm good with it, even if it's personal.
Oh man,
I'm Andrea.
Why we always gotta have commercials?
Handbag brand, Andy, and this is why I switched.
Nobody cares why you switched Brandy. What's her name? Okay.
Every Thursday.
Every fucking Thursday.
But yeah.
So they each give each other their flowers. I'm trying to get to the part where it's Jacky. I don't care about everybody else.
Most consistent. Like you said, to be a venting ear,
I
or
feel like when
Jacky.
she has a problem, she's still bubbly when she's telling
Yes.
you about it.
That's
She can get, and it can be a problem.
She's very optimistic. Jacky find the
Because she'll say when she's not happy with something, I think you definitely speak your mind, but you still say it so sweet.
Yeah, and I deliver everything jokingly. I think
You do. It's going to be the LOL after everything.
That are funny, because like
it's not that serious.
It's a joke and it makes me feel better. I left Braylon's house. I don't know if it was on your birthday. It was that night that we did those videos.
Yeah.
You can insert those on here if you want.
Okay.
Pop in the video.
With filters. They're horrible.
But I like wrecked the side of my car that day. But
It's going to be the LOL after everything. Happy with something, I think you definitely speak your mind, but you're still. And it can be a problem.
She's very optimistic. Jacky find the
Because she'll say when she's not happy with something, I think.
We already know that. You said
And you're human, so I'm sure that you have like ups and downs or days where you don't feel. So maybe that, and that's not a bad thing, but maybe you could use us as friends more, like to just support you, like you said, to be a venting ear.
I
or
feel like when
be
she
there for you.
has a problem, she's still bubbly when she's telling you about it.
So basically, they were saying how nice she is. Even when she's not feeling good, she'll go out of her way to still help people. She'll put you first before she puts herself, and she's a good friend. So they basically each just went by. So I'm gonna say now, what's something good about me that you want to say? Give me my flowers while I'm alive. So what's something good that you would say about me?
Something good about you? I told you, I think we were talking about this in the car, and I think this is a good thing, because I don't want to say persuasive, but that's the leadership in you. I was telling my sister, not my analogies are sometimes crazy. I'm using the Jim Jones in a positive way, not negative, because he went off. But she's very convincing in her leadership in giving people, making people think a certain way or understand a certain thing. Persuasive. She's good in persuading people.
But what's something good other than me persuading people that's about my character? What's something good about me?
You're giving.
Okay.
More than I am.
Okay.
I mentioned that to some friends that I ran into, well, some associates that I ran into the other day when I was at an event. For example, I'm more self-centered, selfish. I can be in my own world. I can be in a crowded room and still be to myself.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not in the mood to be with people or to have people come along with me on a trip, sometimes I don't want to bring my mom.
But me.
My sister will speak up and say,
But what's so good about me? I'm keeping it on me.
I don't know.
So good about me. So good about me is that I'm a giving person.
Are we both doing this together or what?
Yeah.
You threw me off guard when you did that.
That's why I wanted to surprise
I was in La La Land because I don't really know her.
No,
so
but I'm saying it off guard because sometimes people, you got to do it off guard and say, what's something about me that you like? Something about me that you like. What's good about me? So you said I'm good. You already said it. I'm giving. So you just started going off on you, but it's about me as far as being a giving person, being a person that's giving. Okay. Ma, what's something good about me? Yeah. Okay. She said I have a kind heart. See, she was asleep when I woke her up and she said it. So you should be able to write off the thing.
And that's another part of me that I know I need help in. Right now, I'm not feeling this. So I'm thinking you flowing in a whole different way and I'm not good with improv.
Everybody says hello. Wendy says hello, ladies. Emerald says hi, Wendy. Everybody saying hi to everybody. Wendy said Kanye's mom as far as plastic surgery. They said the doctor had a horrible reputation and had been sued many times, known. Wendy said James Brown's wife. She must have passed away or she didn't feel good for plastic surgery. Insecure. When you don't wake up, it's over. Colleen says, good evening, ladies. Emerald says, you have a great sense of humor and an entrepreneur spirit. Oh, thanks, Emerald. Wendy says, I love your directness and your sense of humor. And Emerald says, I love that you two take care of each other and your mom. All right, thank you. I'm going to move on because Lenora is
I'm sorry, I'm in another world, y'all.
All right, so let's go with you. Go with your story.
Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley took a turn at a town hall.
I guess the on the news is Nikki Haley, because she's running for president. Some of them have town hall meetings that they get a chance to answer questions that people think they want to hear regarding how they feel about certain things. But they just kind of mentioned briefly some of the questions that was asked to her. And I think one of them was the DeSantis. The video is going to probably go through 3 questions they asked. But one of the things she did mention, of course, she's still throwing it back at them as far as the whole abortion thing. Changing the number of weeks, before a woman is okay to get one. Her comments about DeSantis, pretty much what people are saying in the news is that he wasn't being honest with the whole Disney. He even received money from them for his campaigns and all the other things, political donations. But now because they made a comment about him or they threw shade or something, he's upset with them and he's using the tax people's money in Florida to go a lawsuit. So that kind of stuff is being, she's actually coming forth and saying some stuff. But the ladies on The View, they didn't agree with everything when it comes to the LGBTQ and all of that. So you can play it.
Take a look. There's a clip.
Everybody wants to know, well, how does this war end? It would end in a day if Russia would pull out. If Ukraine pulls out, then we're all looking at a world war.
If a 6-week ban theoretically came to your desk, would you sign it?
I will answer that when you ask Kamala and Biden if they would agree to 37 weeks, 38 weeks, 39 weeks.
What do you think of Governor DeSantis' leadership when it comes to the back and forth with Disney?
Look, it's the hypocrisy of the whole thing. This all started with the Don't Say Gay bill, right? And it basically said you couldn't talk about gender to any child before the 3rd grade. I have been on record saying I don't think that went far enough. Here you have DeSantis, who accepted $50,000 in political contributions from Disney, but because they went and criticized him, now he's going to spend taxpayer dollars on a lawsuit. Biological boys are in their locker rooms, and
so they just go through each one of her things and talk about what she believes in, and what she doesn't.
Yeah, the main thing that they all agreed with was when she said things about DeSantis, because Anna, being in the state of Florida, she definitely does not like the fact that he did go after them. And it's because it's like what Trump does. You throw shade, throw something his way, he comes after you.
Nikki Haley is running for vice president. She's not running for president. She knows that she's not going to win as president. So she wants to make sure that she doesn't ruffle any feathers. She didn't say nothing bad about Trump, did she?
I don't know, because they only asked.
If we never see her say anything bad about Trump, and she kind of stays on the even keel with him, everybody that I look at thinks that she's going to run for vice president, or she wants to be his vice president, because he has to have somebody. They think it's going to be a woman, which we know it's not going to be a black woman, but it's either going to be her, and then I think Tim Scott is trying to run for vice president.
So all of the 20, 30 people that's going to be running, some of them have a different agenda.
Some of them want to be vice president. Some of them want to win, and they like their governors or whatever, and they want to win, which I think the governor DeSantis wants to win as governor again. And he's just using this money to keep running the campaign on how well he's doing with Florida. Okay. Because you notice he always talking about how well he's doing in Florida.
He's a little president.
So he's pretty much running as governor while he's running as president of the United States. And then some of them are running to be candidates. I mean, on his cabinet. To be in there, on Trump's cabinet. So that's what I believe. Or DeSantis cabinet.
I'm surprised.
But she's not holding bar. She's going after DeSantis.
So she must be. Let's just say, for sake of argument, you're right that she's trying to get in there
because she knows Trump gonna be.
She thinks Trump will win.
She knows Trump. There's no way DeSantis. Remember, I said he's a Terminator too. He is, but his personality is so weak. And these people love shows. They love clown shows. So that's why he can't win. I'm thinking before I thought he could, but if they keep doing stuff with Trump,
right.
That he might be just by default.
I don't know what other way can they bring Trump down where he's not able to run, but he can't.
They got to get his money and everything.
Legally, he can. Okay.
When they said that this week, the Department of Justice will probably issue the subpoena. They'll probably charge him this week, and it'll be the first time in history that a president has been charged with a federal crime. So he'll be charged with a federal crime.
But what would that do? There's nothing on the paper.
It'll do nothing. It won't do anything. He'll still run. He'll say that he's being railroaded, and
his people will probably pay money to get him out.
Well, he won't be in
bail and stuff.
Yeah, that won't happen until after 2024.
He won't spend time in jail.
No. But that's what I think is going to happen. So I think Nikki Haley is running for vice president. She didn't answer the question about the 6 weeks abortion term. None of them want to answer that.
Right.
Because you don't even find out sometimes you're pregnant until 6 weeks. So that's why they don't want to answer that. Because that's the same as saying no abortion under any circumstance. So they don't want to answer that. Tim Scott didn't answer it either, I think. You said he was on The View. He didn't answer that question either.
Well, no, I think that's why. Well, did he? Yeah, it was a long. No, he didn't, because they didn't talk about that.
Right, they didn't even ask him about that.
The DeSantis and the LGBTQ.
Right.
Okay.
So that, and then they love the thing they're going to go after. DeSantis is the Disney thing. They're going to go. All of them going to go after him with Disney because remember, Republicans love corporations. They love big business. Big business. So you going after a corporation that gives money to not only Republicans, they give money to Democrats, but they give a lot of money to both parties. So they thinking, why you going after these parties.
Right.
I mean, it's large.
Well, they
Disney.
know, like what she made the comment, and I think others have made the comment, and even Anna, they're bringing the truth out why he's actually going after him, and he has really not there's no good reason for him to go after them.
Because they don't want to listen to him. Remember, he's a little mini president of
but
Florida.
yet he takes money from them.
Yes. And he gonna spend money suing them. That's what she's saying. So you spending taxpayers' money suing Disney World.
Because
who sues Mickey Mouse?
Because they made you mad.
So that's why it's not gonna. DeSantis' biggest problem is not letting go. He's even worse than Trump. Mm-hmm. Like he won't let something go. Mm-hmm. Even when you compliment him, he won't let it go. That's why I say he's Terminator too. Trump will let it go if you compliment him. If you say, I hate you, and he say, I hate you too. You say, but I like your hair this today. He'll go, really?
You look really nice today.
You like my hair? You can have a shiny object and lead him away. But DeSantis locks on the stuff and he won't let it go.
Oh, I know.
He's Terminator too.
Yep.
And then Trump was making fun of him all week about his name. You know that?
DeSantimonious?
No.
What?
DeSantis. His name is, it's either D Santis or DeSantis. So sometimes when he talks, he'll say, my name is D Santis. And sometimes he'll talk and say, my name is DeSantis.
DeSantis himself?
Yes. So Trump said, you don't even know your name.
Why does he say it differently?
Because he's stupid. This a lawman, a man that went to school.
Her name is pronounced one way.
So they thinking that he was doing it because people call him something. That's why he just says it.
He answers to
that.
However it's pronounced.
So somebody asked him, a reporter, is it decent? What do we call you? DeSantis or DeSantis? He said, I thought about this. I'm paraphrasing. You can call me the winner.
He tried.
You can call me the winner.
The stale winner.
So he was trying this. That's his sense of humor.
Oh my God.
That's what you can call me going forward. You don't know how to say my name? Just say the winner.
Maybe you have to ask his wife because she'll answer it okay. Our name is DeSantis.
But when you watch this, did you come away with knowing what Nikki Haley stands on? What is her platform when you watch The View and she was on there? Was she on there? Or they just talked about her?
They just talked about her.
Did you walk away saying, I know what Nikki Haley stands for? What's the difference between her and Pence, her and Tim Scott, her and Trump, her and...
Like you're saying, she's distancing herself from DeSantis with the using that part, that Disney relationship as not being wise. Mm-hmm. But she didn't dog him out. She didn't dog. I think there's things, I don't know how they're going to differentiate themselves from each other because they all kind of think the same.
They all kind of had the same thought.
That's going to be hard. That's another reason why Trump is probably going to better.
He does because he differentiates himself.
Yeah.
He says, I don't care about all the stuff y'all talking about, but I'll pass whatever rules y'all want me to. Right. But I also don't like McCarthy and all that. I don't like the guys that's Republicans. He's like, I'm running in your party because I have to. I can't be a third party because I won't win.
And then I'm
only here because I know that y'all can vote for
I'll
me.
Sign this because y'all want it. Like even the thing with Israel when he was in office.
He don't care.
He had no clue of the Israel relationship we have in foreign policy.
He don't care.
Anything.
What you want me to sign? That's him. Where they'll say, well, we feel this way or we feel this way. He don't care about stuff.
He don't care.
And Trump is also the type of person, I want to get in and stir up mess.
Yeah.
So that I want to uncover stuff.
How much can I push the needle?
Yeah.
The envelope.
That's the difference. And people who vote for him, that's what they vote for.
They like pushing the envelope. They like when he pushes them in a, you don't have a law for that, do you?
Yes. So,
okay.
Is anything else about her?
No.
Okay, so Tim Scott was actually on there. You said.
Yes.
What's up with him?
Actually, 3 segments.
I don't know why he smiles so big with those teeth.
Big gums.
He should smile. Why not just, I don't like my teeth. So if I had to do a picture like that, I would smile like this.
I don't know. Because see, if he got, he don't have a Donny Osmond sized teeth because they can't help but smile with their big teeth. But he has gums and teeth. So I don't know. Still looking. But they've been talking about.
He needs a mustache or something.
They've been talking about his
him?
interview today. Some people have got different opinions on his how he answered Sonny's question about the whole race thing. Because
what did he say?
I think I had to write it down.
Because what's the difference between him and Mike Pence? We know they both conservative Christian. We know they don't believe in abortion. We know that they don't really subscribe to LGBTQ. Mm-hmm. We know anything that's like where they feel like it's against the Bible, or
he may have an edge over them, all of them except for the other black guy, by being black. And anything that is related to racial, like you were saying, even with the Floyd thing, I don't know why he said yes or no or whatever.
He won't sign the George Floyd bill,
but he has a step over all the other ones. He and the black guy, because they are African American.
Judge Elder.
Yeah.
What does he say about black whatever that makes him stand out from the other people?
He's always. I know he was on the View today saying. Sonny was saying that they share the same background, kind of, because she grew up poor. He had a single mom. And as far as that whole thing about
not allowing your race to keep you down.
Yeah, you say that your life, like he says, his life disproves the leftist lies, and the question to that being the exception and not the rule.
Okay.
He was big on that comment that the ladies on The View probably made, as far as Sonny's mind is saying he's an exception, Whoopi's an exception, Sonny's an exception.
And he's saying they're not exceptions.
He said, be careful with that when you're talking to black people, especially black men, saying that they not being the exception, you have to be an exception versus the rule, because that's a dangerous message to send out, because he feels like your faith, your faith in yourself, whether you are a person of God or not, a lot of those, you have a lot more opportunities than we had 70, 80 years ago.
Okay, this is what I believe. Okay.
You don't think he recognizes?
I feel like this is my thing, and whether people like it or not, this is the part where I'm conservative, and this is the part where I'm kind of liberal. Mm-hmm. My conservative part, because I am a person that believes that you can achieve when you put your mind to something. If you say, I'm going to really push for something and I really want to do something, you can achieve that. And a lot of times people use race and other things as a crutch on why they're not succeeding.
Exactly.
They'll say, oh, well, they didn't give me that job because I'm black.
Right.
Or the cop pulled me over because I was black. And it could be true. Or my teacher don't like me because I'm black. I went to an all-white Christian school. They literally told jokes about black people. I was the only black person while I was sitting in the class.
Like you was like nobody. Like, oh, she don't care. You can say it in front of her.
And also, they didn't believe at this school that blacks and whites should marry each other.
Okay.
So it was one of those type of Christian, white Christian. And I went to that school. Mm-hmm. But what did I get from that school? I excelled. I passed through. I didn't listen to that part. Mm-hmm. I took in what I needed, and I didn't take in what I didn't need.
Exactly.
What you say in the Bible, you ate the meat and you spit out the bones. Mm-hmm. You can also, and as a Christian,
that's not in the Bible.
Oh, it's not? Where'd that come from?
That's just the comment that me and my friends say. She said, just make sure you eat the meat and spit the bones out, because you can choke.
I think something like that is in the Bible. It's not called
worded
that, though.
Differently.
Yeah.
As far as how you receive wisdom.
Yeah, but I feel like you can always advance and achieve when somebody is trying to put you down. Mm-hmm. Some of the things that can help you can be God. Mm-hmm. God can open a door. That's what you were saying, T.D. Jake said. Mm-hmm. And you could get favor. Mm-hmm. He could put you in a spot where they don't even like women or whatever, or black people, whatever, and God can have you excel. You be the first female CEO or something in an all-boys club because God opened that door for you.
Exactly.
But we also understand that everybody is not going to be having the favor of God, and we need some systems in place because we don't want people to be able fair. That's the part of him that I don't like. Well, like he'll talk about, I'm not able to get a cab because I'm black. He understands that. Right. He understands standing outside trying to hail a cab and they won't pick me up because I'm black. That part about him I like. What I don't like about him is, you know that that's happening. Yes. What system can we put into place so cab drivers can't keep doing that? Right. That's what I don't like about him. Okay. He doesn't have an answer. His answer is always faith. God will open the door for you. If God wants me to get a cab. Wait for the favor. Wait for the... Yeah, if God wants me to get a cab, open the door. I'll get a cab. And it's like, but I did like how he said when Obama ran, his parents voted for Obama. Yeah. And they said, I don't care what you say. I'm paraphrasing. Even though we are conservative or whatever, he is the first black president. And he will open doors whether you like him or not, Tim. Yes, whether you agree with his policies or not. On that painting in the White House that slaves built will make way more of an impression than whether you agree with all of his politics. Right. And he understands that. His mom and them cried when they voted. He understood that. That's why I originally liked him. But now it seems like he's towing the line and he's like, I don't want to come off too black. I don't want to scare people. I don't want people to think I'm quote unquote woke. Like white people, like some white people don't want you to say the cab driver didn't pick you up because you was black. He don't want to say that now. Right. But he said it then. Oh, okay. That's why I don't like him anymore. Oh, I don't like him anymore because he wants to excel and he knows that the only way he can do that is to toe the line. And I don't like that. It's, you know what, that to me, it seems like that's been an issue even in the body of Christ when it comes to race relations and how minorities, people of color are treated even in the church. I was very surprised at one of the ministers like Tony Evans. I don't know if you guys listen to him. He talked about racism in the church, in the body of Christ. And it probably made a lot of white people, not all, but a lot. Well, we talked about Chick-fil-A. Hurting, stepping on their toes, because it's one of those things where you got to sit there and go, you know what, Tony? It's right. You're right. There are ministries where they only allow you to go so high, and then that's it. Some white people have a problem with blacks over them, overseeing them, telling them what to do, and they don't think about it. And they don't think, wow, they don't think with that because they don't consciously think. Yeah. It's so built in that they don't even realize. It's like natural. It's like a man who feels superior over a woman. Yeah. And you tell him that and he'll say, I feel women are just, but inside it's something about a woman telling you something. Yeah. She'll come off as what they would say a B word. Whereas a man could say the exact same thing, but they won't call him catty. Yeah. It's the way it's received. So it's all, and that's not just black people have prejudices. Yeah. Everybody has prejudices. So I just like when people admit that they have issues and move on. Yeah. I'm working on that. Yeah. I have a fat complex, somebody could say. Yeah. You do. You have a thing of somebody walking, a woman sit on a chair or something, and she big. You're going to be like, I hope she don't break that chair. In your mind, you thinking, now you know darn well that lady not going to break that chair in that restaurant. And if she break that chair in that restaurant, it's that restaurant's fault. They have chairs that are so weak. Yeah. Where you get them from? But in your mind, subconsciously, you have maybe a fat phobia. Like, I don't ever want to be that big. That. Yeah. Or I don't ever want to be. And it's not because of health. It's you don't want to look like that. I don't want my stomach hanging over my pants. Exactly. Down to the floor, to your knees. But it looks. You can say I don't want a big nose or whatever it is. You know what? Along the lines with Tim Scott, the thing that I guess Sonny was trying to get him to get a definition of what the system racism is.
if you don't recognize,
thank you,
that there are still issues and concerns,
thank you,
in how our country is ran,
then I have a problem with you.
You're turning a blind eye to it. There is people have to sit down and go, okay, Tim, with the Wells Fargo thing, they were actually changing the percentages of what they do with black folks than they do with whites. And he can't sit there and go.
Or just say, if you don't want to push it off to race, you don't think that there's something in the federal police, in the police department that keeps themselves safe from outside, that they will cover from each other.
Yeah.
Even if you want to take away race, just as a white person, you don't think that's a fraternity? The Fraternal Order of Police?
Yes.
You don't, as a woman who's married to a police officer would tell you that.
Yes.
They will tell you, baby, they will cover up. I hope he don't ever do something to me.
Thank you.
Because they will cover it up and they will protect each other. Even removing race, he has to understand, yes, there is corruption and you have to take care of that. So that's why I don't like him no more. I used to, but now he's towing the line and he's trying to appeal.
He's being safe.
He's being safe. He's a safe Negro.
Yeah.
He's turned into a safe Negro versus somebody who wants to teach people. You don't have to. Now, I agree. Then you got the guy on the other side, the black man. Everything is the black man.
Oh gosh!
Everybody don't like the black man.
Card.
Everybody
black card.
That's what you saying, Sonny doing. Yes. Everything is black. I didn't do this. I didn't get this because I'm black. Or they trying to keep the black man down, or this or that, or no. I agree. You can go extreme on the other side.
Yes.
Which is people get so tired of hearing you say that. We can say that about women. Oh, I didn't get invited to the boys' night out. So I'll never be a CEO or manager because I'm a woman.
Right.
Where, okay, all right, we hear you're a woman.
And that even
we
happens,
don't have to hear it every second.
Even happens in ministry. There's a lot of ministries that don't accept women as leaders and pastors or whatever.
You can say that about not being attractive.
Yeah.
Attractive people get into parties. They get into
the free hamburgers. Oh,
you're a woman and she's a woman. She looks like Halle Berry. You look like, I'm not going to say, somebody who we would say is not attractive. Who you think going to get the job? Especially if it's a waitress.
And if it's a Halle Berry in my circle of friends, I'm going to hang with Halle Berry because if she gets a free hamburger,
she going to open the door. And let's not admit that even as people, we make exceptions for people that look good too.
We do.
If a guy is dumb, we might give him a little bit more leeway if he's good looking. He's a dumbbell, but he looks so good.
Box of rocks.
A box of rocks. But he's good looking.
He look good.
No, that'll only take you so far.
I know.
Well, with women, that's more with men. With women, it's money.
Yeah.
He could be he don't really have the best personality, but he's rich.
That's what the money talks. The money makes him look good.
The money makes him look better.
Yes. I'll deal with that crooked nose and the one eye because he got a lot of money.
See? And then after a while, that's probably the same thing with race. After a while, people start to remove those little front things and they start seeing your person for who they are. And I believe that could be God. Allowing people, you in a place that don't even like black people. But because you doing the job that you're supposed to do, after a while, it starts to remove and they start to see you. And they say, then you'll hear you're the Oprah black person.
Do you think
you're not like other black people?
Do you think sometime that he goes too far into that faith world?
Yes.
Where he talks as though it's like everybody is a born again believer, and they're all going to have favor by God opening the doors for them.
And that's what
I love God. Yes. He's going to open the door for you,
and
like He did for me.
And that's what I don't like about some conservative Christians. You don't want them. You don't want abortion, but yet you don't want contraception. What do you think? People just not gonna have sex?
They're gonna abstain from sex like I did. Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the Lord's will, is that they not do it until they get married.
Everybody don't think like you. So you have to have laws in place for people who don't have your same, mindset. So that was
I get it. I get.
But it says here he was booed. Was he booed on The View today?
I think he was talking along the lines of DeSantis with the whole the gay because even Nikki. Is it Nikki Haley? They made the comment too about teaching kids at a certain age about same sex and the whole thing with
Well, what age are they supposed to teach them about same sex?
I don't know, because some kids.
If you seeing people, you got kids in kindergarten and they mom come pick them up.
Moms,
What am I supposed to say?
And the kids are going to ask.
She has two mommies.
Mommy Jimmy has two moms. You got to explain to Jimmy why he has two moms.
Why are they opposed to you teaching people about people having different lifestyles?
I don't know. And do you think that it's going to...
Do they think that gay rubs off on people?
I don't even know.
I think a lot of Christians believe gay
like
rubs off
a rash or something.
Yes. I think if they
rub
think
too hard, you may catch
I don't want
rash.
him to have a gay teacher because it may rub off on him.
My son may become gay.
What?
Because his teacher is.
His teacher's. What about the teacher that fornicates? He's a whore.
Is your son gonna be a whore? No, you're not gonna say my son may cheat on his wife in the future because he had an adulteress, a teacher. I don't know.
For some reason,
or an alcoholic person.
For some reason, they put homosexuality in a different bucket than fornication.
Yeah.
You don't talk about
and pornography.
Yeah, you don't talk about pornography and fornicating, having sex outside of marriage, but yet you will make a big deal about somebody being gay.
Yeah.
First of all, if you're talking about not having sex outside of marriage, that kind of supersedes you saying about somebody gay, because it don't matter whether it's a man or a woman, he shouldn't be having sex.
Thank you.
So if you're preaching about abstinence, I don't care whether it's a woman or a man. God wants you to be married.
Thank you.
But they won't go down to that. They'll rather their son be a whore and sleep with 30 women or 100 women.
That's the manly way.
But not as long as one guy, he'll go crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
Isn't that weird how we do that?
We categorize, put them in compartments.
We put them in compartments. All right, so let me see what everybody says. Wendy says, too many narcissists in politics. He said he didn't believe in systematic racism. Did you see Whoopi jump up? That's what he was talking about. He's an idiot.
Okay.
Everybody saying hi to Mike. Young people don't have, Emerald says, young people don't have that kind of restraint when it comes to sex. And Emerald says, I know, you have hookup apps. Let's be for real. I agree.
I think he probably, I don't know, maybe Tim's in La La Land because he probably thinks, I remember that conversation that T.D. Jakes had said. They were talking about racism in the world. And I like how T.D. Jakes came at it he came at it as a Christian. He didn't come at it as how the world may think and feel. He was saying, as a believer in God, if you believe what you pray for and that God is sending you to that job, the person hiring you in can be over the Ku Klux Klan.
Yep.
The most racist white man in the world. And you go sit in that chair for that interview and God says, I don't care. That's your job.
Yeah.
And in our natural mind, we're trying to figure this out. He takes the foolishness of man and confounds the wise.
Right.
The wise is thinking, systematic racism is going on right in my face. How am I going to get this job? And God says, what I have for you is for you, because I am in control of this and you trust me. He may be on that little road.
That's what I'm saying.
Thinking that everyone's going to, there's no systemic racism.
And everybody,
when God's in charge,
yeah,
everyone will get a job.
So yeah,
no matter how racist the company
he's
is.
Stupid.
I mean, come on.
And everybody don't think like, and everybody don't have the favor of God.
Thank you. We so heavenly minded, we're no earthly good.
That's him. He's so heavenly minded, he's no earthly good.
Dude, you gotta, the playing field is still not there.
Exactly.
And as long as there's an enemy in this world, and those of us who know what
that
enemy is, the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. You think Satan is just gonna wake up and go, I'm not gonna bother anybody anymore with racism. It's all cleared up. Racism will be until he leaves this earth. And he has an end as well.
All right. Well, it says The View. He got booed on The View. DeSantis, a Republican presidential primary candidate like Scott, has repeatedly attacked Disney over what he has described as a woke agenda that is attempting to expose children to progressive ideology. If people don't like what's happening with their corporation, stop shopping there, Scott said, when pressed on if government should intervene in corporate policy on social issues. So that's what I'm saying. He does the safe answer.
Yeah.
If you don't like a company, you think they racist or whatever, just don't shop there anymore.
Right.
Well, how about not shop there and put something in place so that they don't keep doing it?
Yes.
That's why I don't like him anymore. I told you.
I think everybody, people of color, everybody should want the playing field to be the same for all of us.
And he's a black
even
man.
Women.
He's a black man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine back in the day if they would have did a poll? Should Negro children's come to a white school? And the people say, not on my dead body. And the government didn't intervene. If they just went by whatever people wanted, the public vote. No, hell no, I don't want them Negroes in our school.
They had to change.
He wouldn't have been able to go to an all-white school or a school integrated because the government has to sometime intervene and can't just go by whatever the popular vote is.
Thank you.
The popular vote is Negro. You would have still been drinking out of your own fountain, you big
and getting off the sidewalk like
giant
he said his grandfather did. With your head down.
Like
yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
The popular vote.
But I think
if we had the popular vote, men, popular vote, should women vote?
What? He's thinking
no.
Too, and he's made this comment. He is thinking like some other people think we've come a long way from his grandfather having to get off the sidewalk and let a white person pass, or yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, looking down, don't look in them in their eyes. Yes, we have come a long way. Women have come a long way. Now we all can vote. That's a beautiful
But
thing.
also you got to remember, people also shift things. So the black man is not putting his head down and saying yes or no, sir. But you also getting locked up and put in prison, which is a modern day plantation.
Exactly. The prison.
So all I'm doing is just shifting.
And the projects.
I'm just shifting. That's all I'm doing. So he needs to understand that. Just because you don't see something one way, it doesn't mean that it's not there. It just means it shifts. People can say that about LGBTQ. Oh, well, it's much better for y'all now. Back in the day, you couldn't even come out the closet and say you was gay.
Right.
All this other stuff. But
we're still trying to push the envelope, push the needle.
Yeah.
Forward. Let's keep going forward.
Yeah.
Forward. And that's what black people are saying. Can you at least keep pushing us forward?
Exactly.
Yes, we had a black president, and I would hear white people even say, why y'all still complaining? Y'all had a black president.
Thank you.
Really?
Thank
you for the black president. We've come a long way.
Guess we'll see another one in 40 years.
Yeah.
Or how about get to the point to where we don't even say he's a black president? That's what I'm saying. You don't even see color. It's like he's running for president. He's the best guy for the job.
Yes, very wise person.
So that's all. And that's why I don't like him anymore.
Okay.
So, your guy again. Well, I say your guy, but it's really everybody's guy. Migrant in California is investigating after a private jet carrying migrants arrived in Sacramento. Now, Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, has made the whole state of California a sanctuary state.
Wow. Okay. Not just one city.
Not one city. He's made the whole state a sanctuary state. Okay. Now, an investigation is underway after over a dozen migrants arrived in Sacramento by private jet.
Ooh, they done moved up from the bus to the Martha's Vineyards to
with
a
no
private
prior arrangement or care in place. Governor Gavin Newsom and Attorney General Rob Bonta said Saturday. California officials, see, that's my thing with them. I don't mind you shipping migrants to sanctuary cities and states. But when you don't say anything,
I know
you're being
that's
funny.
underhanded.
You're being funny.
Yeah, you being mean now.
You being mean.
That's what the former mayor of Chicago was saying.
You being
You're
mean.
sending them to us. Can you at least give us a heads up?
Yeah.
So we can have places prepared.
But they
for
don't.
them.
They not.
They don't.
Because you know why they don't call? It's the same reason why people show up to your house unannounced. They know that if they call you, you're gonna say, "I'm busy. Don't come over." Whatever, I'm busy. I'm not gonna be home. So they want to show up without calling because they know you gotta deal with them when they show up at the door. That's why they're not telling them. They just sending them there because they know if they tell him, he's gonna say, "Okay, hold on to him for a little bit,
right? And
we got to get some." No, I'm not holding on to them
because we are a sanctuary state. We just need to get things in order so we'll know because there may be different cities.
No, I don't want to get anything
We don't
in
want
order.
you wasting your gas money to send them to the wrong city. LA may have room right now, or San Diego.
Now, in principle, I agree with shipping migrants away. I really do. I'm sorry. I know people ain't gonna like that. Some people probably
sitting there saying, "Why didn't you just do the private jet back to the country?"
And why are they still letting people in and giving them court dates? I keep thinking that's the dumbest thing in the world.
They're gonna follow the court dates.
Who's coming back for a court date?
I'll be surprised if any of them do show up.
No, Biden has our border like Shrek. When Shrek opened the door and all the animals started running in, that's what he has. And then he telling them, "Okay, come back and whatever, and then you'll have a court date." Who's coming back?
I wouldn't.
We don't even come back, and we American citizens.
I know. We give a court, and
they don't even speak English.
I know.
Here you go. Hey, what's that, man?
Court date.
Your court date is blah la 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 la.
Be there.
Oh, senor. This is them. Senor. You be back now, right? Yes, senor. Say yes. That's your first English word. Yes. Senor, no. Say yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A man, a woman.
You come back here at whatever date on your thing.
08.
Okay.
18.
2023.
8
a.m. Now, in your court appearance, yes, senor, yes. In your court appearance, make sure you wear a tie. Oh, senor. And make sure that no hats, no earrings, or nothing. Yes, senor. Yes, senor.
You know what?
That tattoo you have right here, cover that up.
You know, you remind me.
Senor.
You know what? Y'all remember Men in Black?
Yes.
When the very beginning, when they were it was a bunch of migrants on a truck, and they all got out, and the two sheriff people was coming, and the guy was like, what's his name that was after them that worked with Will Smith?
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, Tom. Yeah. He went and he was talking to the man. He was saying, "You ugly," and whatever, and the man was saying, "Yes, senor." He knew that was one of the aliens.
Yeah,
but you remind me when you go, "Yes, senor."
Yeah.
Yes,
now here's
senor.
this piece of paper.
They not coming.
Here's the paper. No, a card. Here's a card, like the doctors give you.
Yes.
It has the time and
return date,
your return date,
and
the time,
and the location,
and the courtroom.
Yes.
I'm going to give this card to you. Now, I see you have a lot of stuff that you came over here with. Can you put this in a pillowcase with all the other the stuff you have? Yes, senor, yes. Don't lose this card now, because this tells you when you're supposed to come back. You got it?
At the courthouse.
Yes, senor, I'll be back. Yes, senor.
Okay.
Okay, now, I'm going to release you out into the country. You'll be back. Yes, senor, Then when they get to the parking lot, the Texas governor people, "Hey, how you doing?" "Hi, senor, hi. You want to go someplace really nice and sunny where you can get some work?" "Oh, senor.
Money.
Oh, private jet.
I need work.
We can fly you anywhere you want to go." "Oh, senor, I have a relative in wherever, California. In New York. Can you fly me to New York?" "Oh, yeah, we'll fly you to New York. Just get on the plane." "Oh, senor. Did they give you a card on when you're supposed to come back? Yes, senor. Senor, can I come back for this? We'll bring you right back. Okay. Get on the plane.
Okay.
Then they end up at Kamala Harris's house.
Yes. So that's kind of sad though, because if they're using these people just to prove a point or to say you call yourself a sanctuary city, now take this, boom, take that. That's mean to use people as pawns.
Well, the state's attorney general is investigating the incident, evaluating whether there's a potential criminal or civil action against those.
It is.
The circumstances around who paid for the group's travel and whether the migrants were misled with false promises will be investigated. Who gets on a plane unless you tell them something? Hey, come here, get on this plane. You want to go see your family member? Oh, senor, yeah, I have a family member in New York or whatever. Come on, get on the plane.
And they're taking advantage of them because they probably don't know the language.
Thank you.
So they taking advantage of them. And plus, who did pay for? Do y'all know? I would love to get a private jet somewhere.
And the money you paid to put them on a private jet is you could have paid that same amount. Yes. You know how much private jets are?
And the fuel for
you could have, and it was only a dozen. You could have taken them same dozen migrants, put them in one hotel, kept track of them, and said, okay, we're a group, we're an organization, and we're going to keep track of not only you, but when your court date is, and make sure that you come back for your court date. If you want to keep living in this facility with food and all this niceness and everything, but no, they're going to put them on a plane and take them somewhere.
So they're going to figure this out with an investigation, because that's just wrong.
So they want to sue. California wants to sue whoever did that to make sure that they didn't lie to these people and put them on a plane and bring them over there.
That's true.
And you know they did. Because how you going to get them on the plane? But I agree, our border is way too open.
Yeah, it is.
It is too open. You giving people a card and telling them when to come back for a court date is not border security.
They still fight. They're still fussing in Chicago about the school that they are using. The school, because school's out in the summer.
Thank you.
Very few students. And they're using that facility up until school starts.
And I agree. I wouldn't want them to be in a state that they're not welcome. Yeah. So if Florida doesn't want migrants and Texas don't want migrants, I agree. You should get them out of there because you don't want them to be abused or hurt by people because they don't want them there.
On the other hand, sanctuary cities, they don't want them.
Then you should have never said you was a sanctuary city.
But people are fussing at those town hall meetings saying, y'all don't care what we think.
Exactly.
Y'all making the decisions without people giving their advice and their input.
Thank you.
There may be the sanctuary cities, if you were to take a poll with
the
everybody
people in the sanctuary
city, they may say no.
I don't want them coming here.
I don't want them coming here.
Not if they're going to be sleeping on in the streets.
In the police station, on the floors. So I don't know.
We'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, that was the whole thing with them flying the migrant workers. Okay. Diddy. Sean Diddy Combs. His son was arrested for DUI.
Okay.
And the mother of his son, Justin, that's with him. Thank God he didn't turn out looking like Diddy. He looked like his mom.
Thank God for your mom.
Yeah, his mom is pretty.
Okay.
Thank God. And just like all his kids' mothers, that's the one good thing he did. Is that he
got with nice looking women.
And yes, they don't look like him.
Maybe he thought about that when he was getting with them.
Mm-hmm. But his mom is not bad looking. So his father must not have been good looking. Whatever. Because his mom is not bad looking. So
that's true. She is.
But yeah, it says Diddy's son Justin Combs has run into some legal trouble and his mother is placing the blame on Diddy. According to TMZ, Combs, Puff's eldest child, was arrested for a DUI driving under the influence on Sunday morning, June 4th, near Beverly Hills, California. Now, you know how old he is?
His son?
Yeah, how old do you think he is?
22?
Nope. 29. 29-year-old was pulled over by police after running a red light and after a preliminary investigation was cuffed on suspicion of driving under the influence. First of all, I understand that Diddy does play a role in his kid. Mm-hmm. This dude is 29 years old.
Why is mom blaming
He
Diddy?
Grown.
Now, was he at a Diddy party?
Well, further details remain scarce. The former college football star turned actor and producer was booked on a misdemeanor DUI charge and had his bond set at $5,000. After news of his arrest, Justin Combs' mother, Misa Hilton, took to her Instagram stories to fire off a series of angry messages aimed at Diddy.
Wow.
She says, "I'm not protecting no one anymore, just my son." The statement, "a fish rots from the head down," means that in addition to being a major contributing factor in a family's organization success, leadership is also the root cause of its failure and demise. The truth shall set you free. Act bad. Diddy has a song called Act Bad out right now.
Okay.
With people acting bad.
Like his
and
son.
That's what his son did. Act bad, she added, referencing Puff's latest single with the City Girls and Fabulous. Act bad, bad boy. I used to want to be a bad girl. I chose to be a queen and tried and true. I'm not perfect, but I am intentional. Hillen continued her tirade by calling out UCLA Justin Former School and referencing her ex-partner's recent lawsuit against the spirits company Diageo, whatever that. He has a brand, a liquor brand, and he's suing that brand, saying that they're not promoting his stuff the way they promote the other people.
Oh, okay.
He's accusing them of racial discrimination. She's saying pretty much, you got a whole alcohol brand. What else you expect him to drive home drunk?
And that's
you're a horrible influence. That's what she's saying.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She claims Milton also issued a stern warning to Diddy's chief of staff, Christina, whatever, who she claims tried to handle her. Probably tried to make her stay quiet. She says, "Christina, if you ever try to handle me again, I will go straight across your head. Stay out of my way. You are a nice person. Everyone is tough until it's time to be tough. Everyone has to sit around for years and act like there isn't anything wrong with you," Hilton concluded with her rant against Puffy. "This is where the buck stops for me. If anything ever happened to my son, God forbid, what is anyone going to say to me when we all know whose fault it will be?" So this was the last straw for her, because he never gets in trouble. Wow. For him to get a DUI, she went on to talk about, I hate that I even let him live with you. She wish she would have said, but you want them to stay with their dad.
But you know what? And even like kind of going back to what I'm on the fence with this, because it's kind of going back to what you said. He's not 18.
Thank you.
He's not 19. He's not 20. He's 29. He's almost 30.
Thank you.
So he's a grown man. There are men who are fought military and
Thank you.
have kids and a wife at his age. No one's twisting his arm to drink and get in the car.
I agree. That's why I said influence. I do agree.
Yes.
But you got to take a certain time in your age.
Responsibility.
I've said this story many times, and Mama, she could be listening. I hear her listening. She wasn't a good influence on how we eat.
Yeah.
And I think we're fat because of her.
Well, people could say no.
What'd you say, Mom?
But that's not no excuse.
It's no excuse. I'm older now. My mother brought me a candy bar home from work every day.
Or a cupcake.
Or a cupcake, a sweet too. Even though I don't really like sweets now.
Yeah.
But that's all came from her.
We were not forced to eat
vegetables. She didn't force us to eat vegetables. We didn't have to eat broccoli. We didn't have to eat anything.
She would give soda. We would drink soda.
Some
kids don't do soda.
McDonald's, any of the stuff, anything that's fattening.
Yeah.
Or she would give us food to keep us quiet or busy.
Yeah, yep. And it's cheaper to get fattening food to your kids.
Right, Mom? She laughing because she knows it's the truth. And it's Mom, you're the reason why we fat today. But it has to come a point where you have to say, the woman is 80 years old, for God's sakes. I'm 55, you 60.
Woman.
No one is going to say, if they say something about my size, I'm going to say, well, I blame my mom. I'm 55, for God's sake.
Some people still blaming their family, their parents for
and they do play
their
a role.
Mishaps.
But they do play a role. Having daddy issues or mommy issues can follow you for your whole life.
Yeah, but why
and
would
it does
you
play a
blame
role.
them, though?
it has a role, but you got to move past it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be like his dad. Diddy is a 55-year-old man going through a midlife crisis. He's dealing with a young girl. He trying to still be young. Dude is my age. He too old. And he probably drive drunk. He probably do all the stuff that Justin sees. That he's doing. But Justin is 29. Whew. So he has to make his own decisions for his own life.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure everything that I'm saying, his mom lit. If she lit into Diddy, I don't even want to be a fly on the wall what she said to him.
Yeah. Okay.
She lit into him. I'm sure she lit into him.
Wow. But you know what? I've seen families. I've seen the dynamics of families. It's unfortunate though, because when we sit down and listen to like the DeBarge, their dad was an alcoholic,
and they became
one by one.
They all became.
L. DeBarge held on for a long time. It wasn't.
Yep.
And eventually,
it all comes back.
So that was a generational.
That's
curse.
what I'm saying. Excuse me. Sometimes it does. They do. Your parents do play a role in how you come out. I really do. And it don't matter how old you are. You can still be suffering from stuff that happened from childhood or your relationship with your parents, but you gotta somehow take accountability for it and say, you know what, I'm breaking that generational curse right here, or I'm going to change the whole way that I think. I'm old enough and I'm smart enough and wise enough to be able to do that.
And if I gotta get,
I was going to say that. If you got to go get somebody to talk to you to help you work through those, then Justin needs to talk to somebody, sit down and say, what made me get in a car knowing I have money, I have influence. I have a driver. Why am I driving drunk?
Yes.
As a young man with a father who's almost a billionaire.
Right. He must, like we were saying the other day, maybe he didn't think that he was as drunk where he could still clearly see. Right.
Then you need to surround yourself around people who can teach you that. Now, some people, people are conspiracy theorists. Some people think it was Diddy and he just put it on him. Like he made him drive. Like really? Like it was him and then they switched or something. You take the fall for me. But I don't know. I don't know if he was with him. Was Diddy with him when he got pulled over?
That's a good point, because why would the mom be so mad?
Because she mad.
Like he's never done that before.
That's what makes me think and because that's not Justin.
Because your son at 29.
So I don't know.
He's had some years to develop a habit of
that
some
conspiracy
kind of way.
Theory could come from somewhere, and it could explain her anger. Because if it's some fishy going on here, you're not gonna ruin my son's life.
Get in the sea, son.
Exactly.
They'll take me in.
Well, ain't nothing ever happened to you.
P. Diddy being arrested.
And nothing's ever happened to you, so you're a first timer.
Wow.
And how many people do that?
Yeah.
So
we tried to do that, didn't we?
When?
I know. I thought I did.
When?
Years ago. It was years ago.
You tried to do what?
Switch seats
with me?
I don't know if it was you or somebody else because they didn't have their license.
Oh, you didn't do it with me.
Yeah.
You sure?
I thought it was. I remember moving in from one seat to another.
Oh, you weren't with me.
Yeah. You sure it wasn't you?
No. I would switch license though. Because sometimes they don't recognize.
There's some we did.
I would switch a license before. We're too big to be trying to switch.
No, we wasn't big then. That's why I said it was years ago.
You gonna be like that? You gonna be like that guy that switched the seat with his dog that we gave that story that made it said the dog was driving and the police was like this, watching the whole thing, sitting in their car going. So we don't see.
We were not this size all our lives.
Can you imagine us trying to?
It was small enough to switch.
Can you imagine us trying to switch seats?
I told Mama, did you do that with one of your friends? No, you didn't switch seats. She got mad because she couldn't.
Can you imagine if we tried to switch seats now?
We would hurt ourselves. And the police would probably just sit there and watch. There's reality.
You would get a cramp. Sure. You would get a cramp.
I was like, oh, Kim, wait a minute, hold on, Kim, hold on.
I'll get a Charlie horse, and
while I'm sitting on the thing. Hold on, Kim.
Oh my God.
Is he coming yet? Kim, is he coming yet? Oh, okay.
We wouldn't even do that.
All right, I know.
Let's see. Wendy says Puffy's lifestyle is too extreme. I would still advise him, and I'm still his mother. He still needs advice. He has seen too much. I agree. So she's still sticking in there, y'all. She ain't letting it go.
It's all right. She know her son.
Yep. So that's the thing with Diddy. I'll just briefly mention Little Durk. Little Durk is the rapper from Chicago. He helps this homeless man. He was walking down the street. Okay, before I do this story, hold on. You can take it either way, all right? Now I'm going to give you the story, and then I'm just going to see how you take it.
Okay.
We'll get how you take it.
I'll respond.
And then y'all take how y'all take out there, all right?
Okay.
And then I'll give mine what I...
Because you read it already.
No, I know the story.
Okay.
But I'm not going to say nothing, okay? The rapper took notice of a video that went viral of a homeless man watching his track. Oh, he saw it on TV. Okay. Watching his track All My Life featuring J. Cole. All my life. I've been da-na-na-na-na-na. Okay, it's a new song. The Los Angeles resident Pedro Ramirez had a big screen projector in his tent. All right, let's not fit. Let's keep going. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down.
Wow.
After the TikTok video garnered 7.7 million views and 652,000 likes, the chart-topping artist tracked down Ramirez to thank him for his support. Before connecting with the homeless man, the Chicago native jumped on a live stream to document his act of kindness. I wonder if it's on here. Is this the same story you got? Oh, yeah, you do. Let me see if your thing will play it.
The homeless people have.
What is this thing? Okay. Let me try it one more time. It may not play. But anyway, large screen projection.
In his tent.
In his tent.
It's a tent or a box?
It's a tent. The man had a tent. Okay? Let's skip
It's
this.
not going to play?
To him for playing his song. Okay? All right? Which is nice. The man playing his song, and it's a positive song, right, with kids. He bought the man a hotel room for 30 days. Okay? He also gave him some money. Okay? And he said, I got you a room for 30 days. I'm going to give you a couple of dollars. I'm going to give you a gift card. And I'm going to give you a phone so that you have a phone. Probably pretty much to help him get a job, right? And then he said, and I liked when he did this. He didn't show the man. He said, do you mind me showing you? And the man said, I don't mind. And then he showed him. Because, you know, a lot of people go out on the street showing homeless people and stuff just to kind of show that they helping people. And you putting them all on blast and stuff.
His situation.
Oh, I got more up here. Let's see. Your thing. They be taking a chance with your computer, huh? Okay. First of all, what do you think about him having a projector in his tent?
Wow, that's high tech. As a homeless person,
It's
like them having a whole living room set and the entertainment system, all of that surround sound.
Yeah,
in a tent.
In a tent.
Did he steal that? He had to have stolen that because he don't have no money. Why would he have a y'all know they don't. A lot of them don't have money.
I want to do something real special. Got them kinds on my heart, right? So the homeless guy who was playing All My Life in the tent, I found him and pull up on him. I got him a hotel room for. What's up with it?
Oh, what's up, bro?
What's up with it?
Chilling?
Check it out.
Yeah. What's up?
How you feeling?
Pretty good, and you?
Yeah, so look, you know you playing the video on the screen All My Life.
Yeah.
You know, that's me, J. Cole.
They're taking pictures.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, good. Y'all can leave him alone.
What's up?
Yeah, here you go. So look, I got you a room for 30 days.
Okay.
I'll give you a couple dollars. I'm gonna give you a gift card and I'll give you a phone.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? For showing support.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what happened?
You know what I'm saying? He go to room key.
All right.
Then you gotta say the room key out loud.
All right, for sure.
Couple dollars.
Thank you.
Drinking water.
Phone, gift cards, everything.
Thank you so
On
much.
point. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Oh, you want to be seen?
Sure. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping.
You know, this the amazing guy. What's your name?
Pedro.
Pedro. And I appreciate you so much, deeply from the
For
bottom
sure.
of my heart to really come do this for you.
All right, for sure. Yeah, I appreciate it a lot. That's actually helpful a lot.
Help.
Yeah. It'll help me a lot in this day.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
So he's being nice, right? He's
I
being.
don't know if he's using wisdom.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Because
Let me tell you. Oh, yo, say what you say first.
well, I've always been told, even when we did it with church, we would go out in the streets and we would minister the gospel of Jesus and just talk to people, just one-on-one, kind of get an idea of what's going on in their lives. And there are a number of them that we met. First of all, there was some mental issues, and they wanted to stay on the street because they felt like that's the way they can get what they need to help supply their, whatever they were on, if it was a drug or alcohol, food being served, and they would come and eat. But we didn't exchange money,
Okay.
gift cards, or anything.
And not even so much of the fact that they might use that
Yeah.
to buy whatever it
Whatever
is.
it is.
But somebody could take their life for that money and that
to
gift
take
card.
it from him. And he's on
But then
video with it.
I'm thinking he's in a tent.
With the video camera.
No, with the projector.
screen. Uh-huh.
So I know that there's a lot of people that's homeless and that's their home, they tent. They must be in a community where everybody kind of respects each other for you to be able to have a projector in a tent
Uh-huh.
with all of that and nobody coming to rob you.
Right.
So my thing is, what you're doing, you're helping, you're giving him, 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's gonna lead a tent. Remember we talked about that one
It was
organization,
the one lady.
and she went and tried to get people off and
in
said,
Chicago.
and they didn't want to leave their tent because they like, if I leave this spot, I may never get it again.
People will steal their stuff.
And I may not get this spot
and they may
again.
not get that spot again. It was one black guy that it was real cold in Chicago that winter. And she went and got hotel rooms for all of the homeless that was
And
in
he
that
didn't wanna
area.
go.
He didn't want to leave his area.
He said, I can't leave my tent because I'm this. And I'm thinking, if he's in a spot where he has a projector, he got to be in a good spot.
He may have to take all of that with him, though, so he can stay safe. He's 30 days away.
But he's gonna miss that spot if he picks his tent up. If I'm homeless, I'm getting that spot. I'm like, you leaving?
So he wasn't wise when he did that.
But I see where his heart is. But I just feel like it's you didn't really help him. I feel like you almost made it worse for him.
Made it more dangerous.
Because now I know who he is. I know his face.
Mm-hmm.
I see he has a tent with a projector.
Mm-hmm.
I know you gave him some money. I know he has a gift card.
Mm-hmm.
We robbing him.
And he may go and get the substance that he may, if he's on some kind of a drug or drinking or something, he's gonna use that gift card to get stuff.
Let's look at the positive. The positive is he folds up his tent, says, you know what? This inspired me. By you giving me this phone, giving me 30 days to stay in a hotel, I can try to find a job. You giving me what you call it?
A chance to.
You giving me a chance to redo my life right now.
Right. You give me a little help.
So because you did that, maybe it'll work out for the good. I think that because of the people that followed this story, this is what I would like. All the 652,000 people that liked it, all the 7 million people who shared it, I think the news media or some organization needs to get involved. And they need to follow this man.
Well, remember,
they need to make sure he doesn't return back to where he was, and this ends up making it worse for him.
Remember, the guy in Chicago, it was he was homeless. One of the people stopped by. They heard he had a radio voice.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! And that's what he did in the past. I think. He was broadcasting. They lifted that man up. And he had a job at the radio station because he had a wonderful voice.
Yeah.
Do you not know how much long it took him to go right back?
He went right back
to the drugs.
Because you're not dealing with the issue. So Wendy says he's young. Yeah. Because he didn't deal with why is the man homeless.
Yes.
That's all I would say. And I don't want to discourage him because I feel like whenever brothers do something nice, these young rappers, we don't say nothing. But we always quick to say when they do something bad.
I know.
So I don't want to be like, well, Dirk was in a shootout, or he did something he felt was in his heart. He was doing the good thing. But I want anybody going forward to do things like this. You got to find out why they in the situation they in, and you got to put somebody or some organization on him.
Put him in touch with somebody. Get to the root of why they.
Now, if he did, maybe we don't know about it.
That's
maybe he did that behind the scenes, and he didn't say it on camera.
Would he have done this to this man if he wasn't playing his song?
No.
See?
Or he might have. We don't know what he did to homeless people.
I'm just saying. He actually, because he made mention of it a few times.
Yeah.
You playing my song, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you playing my song.
Yeah.
So.
All right, I'm just going through my stories real quick. Future. Another one. We always say when Future does something negative, the rapper. And I wanted to say this for you because one of our friends passed away who had this program. STEM. Grammy-winning rapper Future has often taken it upon himself to give back to his local community in Atlanta. Among other things, his Free Wishes Foundation has hosted a Christmas shopping spree, revamped his high school weight room, and launched a scholarship for college freshmen. His latest effort helps prepare students in Atlanta for STEM. Now, STEM we know is science. What is it? Technology. What is STEM?
Engineering.
And math.
They have STEAM now, which is adding arts.
Well, he has. You're right. Adding
STEAM
arts.
Program. The
Back to the Basics MC and Free Wishes Foundation teamed up to open a state-of-the-art STEM lab for Atlanta students.
That's beautiful.
Here, local youth can attend interactive classes and be paired with mentors in science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. In doing this, the charitable organization is working to expand access to areas of study that are often ignored in undeserved areas. The lab is located at BC Branham, a STEM as a career. Isn't that wonderful?
A rapper is investing in this
in science,
aside from basketball and entertainment,
and that's fine. And that's fine having basketball camps.
But
and
he's
stuff.
going in an area that is not always
that's
an
lacking.
Opportunity. Yes,
it's lacking in our community.
Yes,
they reading out of 10-year-old books.
Yes,
they not on the latest with what's going on with science and technology and math and engineering. And for him to set up these labs in his community where he grew up,
beautiful.
And not only that, to follow any kid who wants to continue their career is wonderful.
It is. I had worked with our friend who were over the STEM program.
She passed away recently.
And it was the excitement of
she loves STEM.
And hers was with Black girls specifically. Not that she shunned anyone else.
Right. But she undeserved.
And those kids, science projects, mixing this with this. We were going to use her group to do my sister's hair product.
Right.
And mix
They was going to go in the lab and they was going to break down what was in it and talk about it. But I like the fact that it says the soft opening was nothing short of amazing, and we look forward to seeing the positive impact that this will have on the community. We're so excited to be able to share our new sleek and innovative lab with the students of Atlanta. The kids in Kirkwood area will now have the opportunity to receive access to STEM education.
That is beautiful.
Or you say STEAM, because it has the arts in there too.
Yes. That is
another rapper. See what I mean?
I love it.
So let's start talking about when they do something positive. We quick to get on here to talk about when they doing something negative.
But that's the thing that I was saying. We have so much what's the word? As far as in this country.
Yeah.
The entertainment, the athletes. There's no reason why any area in this country should be lacking.
And I agree. That's why when you hear, that's the part when I said I'm conservative, like what Tim Scott was saying. When you say there's no opportunity, the white man is holding you back and all this, there's enough rappers, ball players, people that's in the music industry that are black, that have money now, that can fill those gaps. There's enough of y'all now that y'all can go back, like what Future did, and build science labs, math labs, all of that. You can't keep saying we reading out of 10-year-old books. Why are you reading out of a 10-year-old book when it's a celebrity who came from your neighborhood?
That's why
you shouldn't be reading out of 10-year-old books.
Chance the Rapper gave money to education. LeBron got his own school. This is wonderful.
We love hearing that. So keep up the good work, and we'll do that.
Thank you.
And real briefly, because you know I don't hate going back to stories now. Drake.
What's going on with him?
Drake wears yellow nail polish during a live stream, and fans aren't feeling it. What do you think about men wearing fingernail polish?
Remember, people listening to me, when the earring came out for men.
Oh, men, they didn't like men wearing earrings.
But it got cool with one.
Yes. Drake is going to make it cool for dudes. See, before it was like weird dudes. Artsy dudes that had their fingernails painted. Rockers, right? And it was black fingernail polish.
Black
this dude got a whole yellow fingernail polish.
Yellow.
So what it's doing for Drake to do it is he's telling guys, you know what? Go ahead and wear your fingernail polish. Now, Charlemagne the God, they talked about this.
Is this a donkey?
No.
Okay.
Charlemagne, which will bring us to the donkey. Charlemagne the God, they said, well, what do you think about this? He said, I don't have a problem with him wearing fingernail polish. I don't like light-skinned dudes wearing yellow fingernail polish.
But you wouldn't want no chocolate man wearing yellow.
He said, if you are high yellow, because he always crack on Yellow Brothers.
Okay.
Don't wear something that blends in with you.
You know what? He's wrong.
And he's saying that yellow blends in with Drake.
That is so wrong. I see yellow on his hand. He is not that light skinned. He's not yellow.
Well, they say he high yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Wearing yellow fingernail polish. So that was Charlemagne's thing.
My only thing, my dad.
I don't care.
My dad kept a long nail.
He sure did. And he wasn't even a drug addict.
He kept a long nail for picking money up, to pick money up and coins.
Open cans and stuff. But people think he a crackhead with a long nail.
Doing that, because he had a thumb. I think his thumb or one of those.
I think it was his thumb or something. If it's this nail, that's a crackhead.
Oh, but
I think it was his nail or something.
Okay,
but
as long as they don't do the tips,
I don't care.
What you think?
I don't care.
If they start doing the
tips,
they're
gonna do French tip. They're gonna make this. Back in the day, Jesus and them wore robes.
Well, that was the clothing then, though.
So what makes you think things ain't gonna go back to that?
Remember, I told you on the 10 Commandments, Yul Brenner as Pharaoh, he had a sharp outfit skirt on. I was nice.
It was nice. So you know what? To me, it's more about who's in the clothes than what they wear. If you wearing fingernail polish and you going, girl, let me tell you.
Exactly.
But if you wearing fingernail polish, first of all, we 55. No man our age should be wearing fingernail polish.
No.
To be honest with you. And Drake is a little old too, in my opinion.
How old is he?
I don't know. 30 something.
Okay.
He a little old to me.
He's an artist, so I guess he can get away with it.
They can wear whatever they want to wear. Don't nobody care. Okay. And it will come back to men wearing dresses, just so you know. Because they starting to wear them now.
Well, that pink outfit that LeBron had on.
LeBron had a whole purse and got mad. Did you see when they lost the one game they lost? And you have to go down and sit with the camera people and stuff at the end?
No.
There was a game that they had lost. It was a little while ago.
Okay.
And you know how they have to come at the end of the game and answer questions in the press room.
Yeah.
Well, they was asking him questions and he didn't like it. He snatched his purse up and left. And he got teased for that the whole time. Because he had a purse. He snatched it up and walked on out. Everybody's like, you just going to take your purse and run? But he snatched it up like a woman would snatch her purse.
Oh my goodness.
They carry purses now. I don't
acting all emotional with it.
They can call them bags all they want. Y'all carry purses.
That's a purse. It's
if you put lip balm and all of that in that bag, that is a purse.
And fingernail polish now.
And now Drake gonna have his fingernail polish in there. Oh dang, I didn't chip. Get my purse.
Get my purse, man. Get my purse.
Nobody cares.
Well, he gonna get some haters.
Nobody cares.
He's gonna get haters. It's like Lizzo.
Yeah.
You put yourself out there. Be ready for the judgment.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
It says Drake has shook fans with his new look. During a live stream last night, Drizzy wore yellow nail polish, and of course, fans had plenty of jokes for him. On Saturday, Drake appeared on a live stream favorite betting app Stake. People in the chat noticed that he was wearing yellow nail polish, something he hasn't done before. On his left pinky finger, he was also rocking a blue nail. Drake also wore an oversized 2000 era State Property, which you like that because that's the movie State Property. Mm-hmm. It's unclear if his authentic shirt or is it a bootleg. The apparel brand from Benny Siegel in 2003 has been defunct for several years. However, in 2018, Benny announced that SP was making a comeback. I wonder if Benny did that State Property because everybody would buy that. Dude's going to start buying State Property if it's out. Okay. As far as Drake and his yellow nails, fans aren't feeling his new manicured look. They now calling him the Princess of Rap. Another fan said Drake with painted nails while wearing a State Property shirt. The jokes and diss tracks left themselves. State Property is like this hard rap movie, and he wearing nail polish. Drake with painted nails while wearing a State Property shirt. The jokes and diss tracks, they write themselves.
Oh, God.
Yachty got Drake painting his nails. Hate to see it. Yachty is a young rapper who's been hanging around him. Yachty wears nail polish. So they thinking Yachty's rubbing off on Drake.
Wow.
Little Yachty and Drake have become rap's BFFs over the last year. It's no surprise that Yachty paints his nails and even has his own line of all gender nail polish. Since they're friends, Drake could have been inspired by Yachty. So he got nail polish that men could wear too. It's not female anymore.
That's something that Little Nas would do.
Little Nas X?
Little Nas X.
Yeah. I bet you Nas hate that people keep saying Nas.
I'm sorry.
Because he's Nas and then there's Little Nas X.
Nas X, okay.
So there we go. It says that Little Boat defended, Little Yachty doesn't have a problem defining gender norms. In 22, the 17-year-old school student Trevor Wilkinson's decision to wear nail polish caused him to get suspended from school. See, now that's when I start going, why would you suspend somebody from school for wearing nail polish? So you know they're gonna try to push that out there so that people can leave him alone.
I don't know how far this is gonna go.
The dudes in the street ain't gonna do that.
Oh gosh.
But the young ones could start.
The men that we know,
they're gonna start
in our lives.
No,
they won't.
No. But the young ones might because Drake is doing it. All right.
Okay.
You always want to know who the ghost of the day, who the donkey of the day is. Charlemagne the God, the ghost of the day. Charlemagne the God, from the Breakfast Club, has given this man a donkey of the day.
Okay.
A man who calls himself Kevin is on the loose after breaking into a family's home in Fort Myers, Florida, while they were sitting down for dinner.
Ooh. This
man literally came in their house, sat at the table, and started eating their food. Then
most
when the man...
their lives, they lose their lives.
Well, that's what Charlemagne said. He said he would have been a ghost. Oh, yeah, that mama said Martin's friend would come in and eat. I made me a sandwich.
Oh, like Brum Man from
Made me a sandwich from the fifth floor. He'd be like, why you in my kitchen?
Got my sweater on. Brum Man.
Hey, just wanted to come make me a sandwich.
Nothing, just chilling.
And then gonna go back out the window the way he came in. But this guy, right, Mom? Okay. This guy, mama said he ate their Thanksgiving dinner.
Sure did.
This guy walked in, sat down, and started eating, and the man was like, the father, what are you doing? And he said, oh, you see me. I'm a ghost. He said he was a ghost.
How did he get in the house?
They probably had their door open. You know, people leave their doors open.
Oh my goodness, is this a black family?
No, I'm sure it's a white family.
Because that don't sound like a black family.
No, that's
would
a white
just
family.
Sit there and let that Negro come in.
Yeah, that's a white family.
Oh my
did
gosh!
that. But he walked in and sat down, and then he said, "Oh, you see me?" He thought he said he was a ghost.
Mental illness.
So then they chased him out the house. The man left the house. There was some tree trimmers out there trimming the trees. He jumped in their truck and locked the door. So they couldn't get in the door. They had to talk the man out for hours, I think, to get out the door, to open the door up.
See, and he's loose on the streets.
And then he ran off. All the man had on was a pair of swim trunks.
It's a lot of people like him that's just walking free.
And they finally got him to open the door. He opened the door and he ran down the street. So the police are looking for him.
He a ghost.
He thought he was a ghost. He came in their house and sat down and started eating.
I don't even know if Charlemagne should even make people that are mental donkeys.
He made him a donkey the other day. He said he said he don't think he mental. He think he a crackhead. Because he said there's a difference between mental and a crackhead. Oh. He said we all grew up with crackheads. Yeah. That's crackheadish, he said. To walk in somebody's house and eat. First of all, you eating, so you hungry. You probably on drugs or something. Uh-huh. And you only wearing a bathing suit, a swim trunk. So he said, and then he gonna say, you think I'm a ghost.
You see me?
You see me? Can you imagine the little white kid sitting there eating, and this little black man come in and sit down and start eating?
Was it Friday?
Yeah.
What movie was it when they ran through that lady's house and they chicken and she slapped his head? What is wrong with people? You go grab some of their food while you're running through.
No, he didn't. He sat down and ate.
This one sat down. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, and then when they was looking at him, he said, "You see me?"
Because the man said, "What are you doing here?"
I'm a ghost.
That's sad. He could have gotten his head blown off.
Well, Charlemagne the God said, you know, it was a white family, because he said if that was a black family,
he wouldn't even.
They would have beat him down. He a crackhead. We would have probably thought he was a crackhead.
Oh my goodness!
He said I would have turned him into a real life ghost. He would have met his maker that day, and he would have
really been a spirit.
Came back and ate as a ghost.
Remember when Grandma kept saying this man kept coming in our house?
We kept saying grandmother had dementia. Yeah. And we would come home from work and she would say, well, this was the start of her dementia. Then that's when we couldn't leave her at home. Yeah. But this is when we was leaving her at home.
She said,
this man keep coming in and going in the refrigerator and eating food. And then we was like,
she made this up.
Grandma, what man is going to come in the house?
Yes.
Go to the refrigerator, eat the food. Don't steal nothing in the house. Eat our food and leave.
Thank you. One
day.
I stayed home.
You stayed home. You was about to be sick.
Uh-huh.
What did you say, Mom?
When I wasn't working, I would give him the leftovers.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
But go ahead.
Well, we tested her because she said she'd let him in. So I heard
she said no, he come in.
No, she would let.
Oh, he'll knock on the door. And she'll open the door
and let him in.
And let him in. And he goes to the
come in. He eating.
He always eating our food.
So I'm in my room and she's in the living room. I hear a knock on the door. So I said, okay. I hear Grandma get up to go get the door. And then I hear a male voice. And I said, who is this? Let me wait and see. I peep out because our house is long. I see a head in the refrigerator pulling food out. I knew who it was. So I called his name as loud as I could. Well, a friend of my dad's.
He's still a crackhead.
I was so mad at that man. Oh my God. Taking advantage of my grandma, letting him in.
And then I thought about it.
I started working.
Right.
And he missed the food.
My mom would give him leftovers before, and he got used to it.
I thought about it.
What?
So I gave it to him instead of throwing it away.
Right. He got used to the leftovers. My mom went back to work, so he felt he can go get it himself.
He was nasty.
Yeah.
And I thought about his nasty hands
in our refrigerator.
In my refrigerator.
Yeah.
Digging through my food.
Yeah. He would touch our stuff. But I didn't think my grandmother was telling the truth because she had dementia.
Who would believe this if this man said?
Man come over
Now, who would believe this man if he said somebody came in, sat at our table, and started eating, and said he was a ghost? That's why Charlamagne said he a crackhead. He think because the dude you talking about was a crackhead.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
they would come in your house and eat your food.
Yes, that's what he did. Okay, all righty.
Crackhead.
Thank you for the donkey.
That was your donkey of the day.
Thank you,
Charlamagne the God.
It was worth waiting.
All right, so don't forget, we have 100 jokes, family-friendly jokes. The link is in the description. We went overboard today.
Yeah, big time.
But I wanted to just get through everything. Why is that? Oh, I was gonna say this is the latest. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Mm-hmm. Always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See you later.